steady pressure, come off to the side, open my hands. That's right, good girl. I'm going to put her over here. Holding pressure till she gives to that halter and goes away. There, that's the girl. That's the good girl. Good. Good. When I put my finger up like that, it means don't come any closer. Okay. Good girl. Exhale. Bump her head to the lesson. Advance with the loopy line. Retreat. Good girl. Good girl. Girl, that's the way. Again, this is much more daunting with me doing this facing her as it is if I do this.
Yeah.
Ah, good girl. Always up with the loopy line. You're fine. I'm
Figures.
Sending her right back where she came from. Good. Good. Exhale. Good girl. Good. Good girl. That's good, Deb. You're fine. You're fine. Good.
Nice.
Girl.
So pretty.
She is pretty.
Girl.
She's so young too.
No.
Being so good.
Good.
Out there.
Till she gives one step that way. That's right. I just open my hands there. And she put that left front there. Good. Because she has to learn, I am not attacking her, and she needs to listen to what the cue is. If I asked her to give this way, and good, she needs to realize, look, I gave, she released. And see my body language like this.
So was that mostly pulling to the right?
Yeah. Soft, soft. Okay.
See, she's smart, isn't she? Don't you think she's smart? Yeah.
But, and she's licking and chewing.
Yeah.
But I'm just telling you that
And her head's low. Nice.
this, at first some horses think, oh, we got another trainer with a stick that, or a whip that's going to beat me. But what I'm doing is trying to bridge the communication gap. ¿Habla español?
Not really.
¿Quieres algo para tomar? You don't understand what I'm saying? Well, she might go another trainer with a whip, but if I use this like a horse, and I will bite, right? Good. I'm bridging the communication gap. I don't keep using it so she understands. Oh, she actually is doing a herd thing that I outrank her. I'm not trying to pretend I'm another horse. Not another horse, but I outrank any horse on this farm because I'm a person. I don't want her to trot. I can turn this upside down so it doesn't look so much like a whip.
Yeah.
And drive toward that shoulder. But I need this head in. When you bring the head in, it brings the shoulder of the horse in. Good girl. Good girl. I only want her to walk. Head in, shoulder out. You're fine. So right here, I'm going to move her front because I want to calm her down a little bit. So I'm going to move her front over, then I'm going to move her hindquarter, and then I'm going to back her up. Okay. Because when that one rolled and this one, you know, it looked like, you know, let the games begin. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that just gets them doing those three things. Move the front, move the hindquarters, and back the horse up. Get the horse's head back in the game. Started acting up. I didn't grip her tight.
Yeah.
Okay. I loosened the line because I don't want to send that tenseness. Right here, she's evading because she's there. She's backing up. I'm looking for this.
Okay.
All right. When I come in here, I'm looking for that right front to do that, not to back up.
Yeah.
Her head up. She don't listen. Okay. Walk up. Kitty and move. See, she has time to process.
And you started walking towards her too?
No, I step out ahead.
Okay.
So here, when we want her to go forward, see how I'm behind her?
Yeah.
When I want to halt her, I step out ahead
Okay.
in front of the drive one. She's reading all those cues. Now, if she doesn't listen and she starts going what she does, I am not going to say ho 10 times. I say it once and then I correct it. So right there, see my eyes to the hip? Eyes to the hip.
Dante.
Okay, you see how quick that stops her? Instead of trying to hold her through whatever she's going to explode through, when you bring your eyes to the hip and have her disengage, now I have her facing me. I don't want her to come over the top of me, so I'll do this. Eyes to the hip. I might do this. Okay, because she's like, wait till you see this fancy stuff I have. Bing, 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 bing. So I have to have a counter move. So I am not just idly hanging on to her while she goes through her stuff. Plus, I'm not helping her if I don't calm her down. Okay, she's just being reactive. Remember the other thing to stop her from being reactive. Move your front, 2 steps, move them hindquarters, and then I switch hands and back her up. And then she looks.
When you backed her up, you just picked your hand up.
The reason I do that is because it makes myself larger. And you see, I don't go underneath her. I don't want to get closer to her to back her up. You know, should she rear. That's why if this doesn't work, I do this. I might take 1 step, but I'm not like crawling underneath her neck. Good girl. You're fine. Good girl. All right, walk on. So see, I'm looking where I'm going. This is looking at her hip. When I want her to halt, maybe, and she just steps out. Move. If I say kitty and ho, I stepped out in front, and she didn't stop. She's getting a correction. If she doesn't stop when I correct, I'm shutting her down by disengaging the hindquarters. So say I said that word, it means stops, and she's just going, ignoring me right here. That's how I get her shut down. Once I do that, once I disengage her hindquarters, I back her up because you know when she's bouncing and you do that, now she's coming over you 100 miles an hour. So that's why if we teach her, good girl, if we teach her, when we halt her and disengage them hindquarters, good girl. I always like to halt them on the circle so they don't automatically turn in. But if we teach her this, well, you might overreact, but you're not going to get a reward. You'll run into a correction when you do that.
How
So
far?
to get her to disengage her hindquarters, I'm going to work on that a little bit. So when we do that, we're going to pull her head, starting at the hindquarters. The problem when you do that is don't keep pulling on the face.
Okay.
We pull on the face just to get the head tipped.
Yep.
And release the face, and you go heavy with your eyes on the hip.
Okay.
So if we practice that at a walk, good. Walk on. Before the shit hits the fan. Good girl. It becomes muscle memory. Want that right front to step away. There. And now go forward. Good girl. Good girl. So I want you to watch, when I pull her head to me, watch my hand open.
Okay.
Kathy, how far forward do you look when you're having her go forward? How far ahead of her are you looking?
I'm looking at the panels right in front of me. Now I'm not, because I'm looking at the ones right before them. I'm just, probably it looks to be about 10 feet, 12 feet.
Okay.
Girl. Kitty on the circle and move. Okay, so I threatened her that I was going to do that. I'm just halting her on a circle because I don't want her to think every time we halt we're disengaged. Well, you might overreact, but you're not going to get a reward. You'll run into a correction when you do that.
How
So
far? How
get
far?
her to disengage her hindquarters, I'm going to work on that a little bit. So when we do that, we're going to pull her head, starting at the hindquarters. The problem when you do that is don't keep pulling on the face.
Okay.
We pull on the face just to get the head tipped.
Yep.
And release the face, and you go heavy with your eyes on the hip.
Okay.
So if we practice that at a walk, good. Walk on. Before the shit hits the fan. Good girl. It becomes muscle memory. Want that right front to step away. There. And now go forward. Good girl. Good girl. So I want you to watch, when I pull her head to me, watch my hand open.
Okay.
Kathy, how far forward do you look when you're having her go forward? How far ahead of her are you looking?
I'm looking at the panels right in front of me. Now I'm not, because I'm looking at the ones right before them. I'm just, probably it looks to be about 10 feet, 12 feet.
Okay.
Girl. Kitty on the circle and move. Okay, so I threatened her that I was going to do that. I'm just halting her on a circle because I don't want her to think every time we halt we're disengaged.